Hey, I just wanted to make a quick Let's Play video for my favorite game of 2016, Hyperburner. Right now it's available only for iOS, but an Android version is coming soon. So Hyperburner is a space-based endless runner, where you fly a spaceship through different zones and missions, trying to not smash into walls. So you get 4 ships. I've unlocked all 4 here, but it takes a bit of effort. Some are unlocked via achievements, some are unlocked just playing through the single player. So here are all the achievements, there's 20 of them. That's how you get the 4th ship. But I have not unlocked all the achievements yet. My fingers are too slow. So alright, let's pull up some gameplay here. There's 6 zones, each with 5 missions. I have a little bit of lore here, you can see. Each zone is completely distinct. They have really neat visuals and stuff like that. So here's the first zone. This one's really blue and has a lot of kind of a Tron feel, but each zone is totally distinct. So the art style is super cool. This is only what Zone 1 looks like. Each zone, as you'll see, looks completely different. So I'm not going to... This one's a pretty slow one, pretty easy. I could probably run this one for several minutes, so eventually I'll fly into a wall here in just a minute, but you kind of get the feel here. This is just the 1-time speed, but you can do modifiers that will bring you all the way up to 2.5 times speed, which is way faster than my reaction time. So I'll splat into a wall usually after about 5 or 10 seconds. But the controls are super responsive, and you can adjust the sensitivity. So my sensitivity is so high that I just kind of roll my finger on the screen and the ship will move. I don't even have to actually move my finger as far as dragging. You can control the ship from anywhere on the screen, which is super awesome. I hate whenever on mobile games where they restrict you to just a certain area. I always end up sliding my finger out of it, then my controls stop responding and I don't know what happens. So let me show you guys Zone 2, and you can see how different these are. So this is all made by one guy at Bad Potion, which is the indie developer behind Hyperburner. So his name's Patrick Cook, and he's been awesome enough to send over some concept art and stuff too, which I'll also include in our full review on fistsofheaven.com. And take a look at it. We're big art guys here, so we love concept art. As you can see, this zone is completely different. Really kind of dominated by red and obviously asteroids and things like that, so completely distinct. Each mission in each zone has distinct obstacles as well. So as you play through them, I just don't want to spoil them all. But they all have some really unique art, puzzle design. It's all by one guy, even the audio. So super impressive work. It's definitely the best $2.99 I've definitely ever spent. It's also my favorite mobile game. It's also my favorite game of 2016 across any platform. Because it works well, you can jump in and jump out of it. The controls are super responsive. It's a ton of fun. As soon as you take your finger off the screen, the game pauses. So if you get a text or you have to go, just let off. And you can pick right back up where you were. Oh, this is a really neat puzzle right there. This is a tough mission right here. The ships have shields, so you can, in the ships later on have better shields, so you get double shield or faster recharge. So you can glance off walls and stuff and it'll activate your shield, and your shield can save you, like you just saw right there. But sometimes it sends you careening into another wall and you blow up. And shields do not save you from that. If you face plant on something, you gotta restart. But the restart is instant. There's no like intro or anything waiting 5 seconds to kind of get back in the action. Just bam, you're back. So here's a mission in Zone 3. So this is a really like Tunnel Rat style, kind of invade the Death Star. And you can see that each of them are just completely distinct. Let's see if I can stay alive here. Sometimes there'll be like optical illusions and things like that, and one thing that really gets me is, so in most of these missions you're kind of aiming for the light. You know, the light area is where you want to go, is where you're not going to face plant. But later on in like Zone 4, Zone 5, you'll have areas where the light will actually kill you. So you've like been trained from the previous missions to go for the light, and then all of a sudden you face plant into the light. So it gets really tough. And after you've beaten this stage on regular mode, you can replay it in endless mode to try to rack up as much points as possible and then compare your score with the online leaderboard. And you can get more points if you can see the speed 1 or speed 2 selection there. The higher or the faster you're going, the faster you accumulate points, but of course the harder it is not to face plant into oncoming trains like in this zone. Like that. Alright, try this again. So some of these are very have a fixed pattern and some of them don't, so at least that's what it seems like. So if you're going really, really fast, you kind of have to have the pattern down. Just kind of a trial and error. You can see my shield just saved me there a couple times. I'm flying the S2 Rodent here, which is my favorite ship. It's the 3rd ship that you'll unlock. It has dual shield generators and has better handling than the 4th ship. I think the 4th ship is tougher, but it's really slow, a bit slow. And it's like chunky, so it's easy to catch yourself on like walls and stuff. So it's kind of tough. And here's the last zone. I really love the deep violet. Reminds me a lot of like Tanis in Homeworld 2. You get a lot of that debris here. The story behind this is actually pretty cool. I won't spoil it, but he's the developer, Patrick of Bad Potion, has really gone out of his way to write a bit of lore for something like this. You don't normally expect to see any kind of story, so it's kind of cool that there is a bit of lore there. Well, this is a Hyperburner in a nutshell. If you have an iOS device, you gotta buy it. I mean, it is a ton of fun. And it's coming out for Android soon. So we'll keep you updated on visitsofheaven.com. And don't forget to check out the full review on the site for additional concept art. And DLCs are coming, and they're going to be completely free. So if you don't own it, you should. It's a ton of fun. Well, thanks for watching, and check out visitsofheaven.com for more indie space game coverage.